Welcome back to Northside LDN, and today Arsenal 2, Zurich 1, and it's one of them games that you walk away and you say, listen, I'll take the 3 points and we move, because the performance was not great. The only positive is Marquinhos, his debut. To me, I think he played very, very well. Man of the match, played very, very well, in my opinion. I think he's the only one really that can hold his head up high and say, listen, I had a good game today, and is going to give Arteta the headache. And the type of headache that I want from our backup players to be pushing, to be starting. We've seen Saka this season not been playing that well. Yes, he got a goal and assist in certain matches, but when you analyze Saka for the duration of a 90 minutes, he hasn't been the Saka that we've seen last season. And I think Marquinhos with the goal and assist is giving Arteta a reason for, for a headache. To think, you know what, Saka actually, I may not actually go with you. I may go with Marquinhos, because I think Marquinhos played very, very well in a team that the performance was lackluster. I think the first half we had a lot of chances. We were pinning them back, and Zurich were more than happy to sit back, and just literally just suck up the pressure and literally try to hit us on the counter. And every time they went forward, there was a couple of times, even before they scored, that I was like, listen, this is looking ropey. This is defensively, I'm seeing certain problems that I thought that Gabriel would be working on, that Arteta would be working with Gabriel, be working on with Holding. Also, Tierney, I felt that at times he was out of position. He was bombing forward, and at certain times he was leaving us with holes. They kept targeting Tierney's side, and certain times he was out of position. I also saw that with Tomiyasu, and defensively, we were shaky in that first half, in my opinion. I felt like the first half, we were okay going forward, but once again, we don't have the cutting edge, caramba. Es sempre a mesma pucaria. We create chances. The problem with this team is not about creating chances anymore. We create chances. We don't have the players to put them to the sword, especially at critical times in the game. And we allowed them to come back into this game when we should have killed them off. First half, we had so many chances. So many chances in this game. I remember Lokonga putting the ball through to Fabio Vieira. All he had to do is dink it over the keeper, and he hits it too wide. And I'm thinking, bro, this is Zurich. Yeah, this is Zurich. You should be putting them away, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? This team ain't even good enough to play in the Portuguese league, which is probably what, the 6th best league. Portuguese league is probably what, 6th best league, strongest league in the world. Do you know what I'm saying? And you've got to put that away. Marquinhos for me was excellent. His assist, the way he put... Well, let's get into his goal first, because he had his goal, and I think it was a ball from Lokonga, if I'm not mistaken, into Nketiah. Nketiah runs down the channel, sees that Marquinhos is there, whips it across, and Marquinhos literally top bins Epa. Excelente. Isso mesmo. This is how you make the manager say, this is how you make Arteta think, should I be starting Marquinhos against Everton? This is what I want to see, because when you have competition in places, it gets the best out of each player. When Marquinhos is playing like this, it forces Saka to have to come on, and when he gets his chances in his minutes, he has to be 10-10, because there's somebody on the bench ready to take your place. This is what I want. If we did what we need to do in the summer, we would have that kind of competition all round in our team, in the starting lineup, but we don't. But at the end of the day, I feel like he took his chances. His goal, he took it 10-10. The way he slapped that top bins, excellent from Marquinhos. And then for the assist, the way he whipped it absolutely perfectly for Nketiah. And Nketiah, that was frustrating today. And a lot of times, with all the position that we had, we're either hitting it straight at the goalkeeper or we're hitting it wide. This is Zurich. They've been getting slapped up. They got slapped up 4-0 against Basel, and we're not able to put them to the sword. It's not good enough. But Marquinhos, his assists for Nketiah, it'd be harder for Nketiah to not score, because when that ball was whipped into Nketiah, there was no one marking him. So listen, Marquinhos for me, man of the match. I don't think anyone can argue that Marquinhos was man of the match. For me, hands down, man of the match. And the only player that I felt could walk away with his held up high. Do you know what I mean? Let's start on the back line. Because this is the problem. Tomiyasu at times out of position, getting caught out of position. I mean, I can't even name 5 players, 4 players, 3 players, even 2 players of Zurich. And they were causing our defense problems. They were sucking up the pressure, sitting back and hitting us on the counter, just like Man United. Maybe they watched the Man United game, I don't know. But Tomiyasu getting caught offside, not good enough. And this is why I wanted an upgrade on Tomiyasu. Then you look at Rob Holding, another one, getting caught offside. alongside Gabriel, not marking their man, allowing players to get in behind, playing a high line. Rob Holding, you don't have recovery pace. Why are you playing such a high line? And I was saying it because even when we were dominating the game in terms of possession, I was saying, listen, they're looking to hit us on the counter, so don't get too brave and play such a high line. And Tierney, Gabriel, and Holding kept getting caught out of position. There was one ball where they played it through. Literally, Tierney got sucked into the player. They played it behind Tierney. Tierney was nowhere to be seen. Neither was Gabriel. And if Zurich had a world-class striker or a striker that knows how to finish, that would have been it would have been 1-1 at that point, because we were 1-0 up. It would have been 1-1. And I was like, listen, we're winning, but at the same time, every time they're hitting us on a counter, Rob Holding, Gabriel, and Tierney they're getting caught out every time. How is that possible? The first time they think a ball over Tierney, straight in 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. And this is the same way. It's like, what are we learning from the Man United game? Because we made the same mistakes against Man United, and I'm not seeing that being rectified by Mikel Arteta. And this is why I don't rate him. Because and then there was another situation where Zurich crossed the ball. I think it was from Tierney's side, if I'm not mistaken. It was from Tierney's side. And literally, Gabriel ball watching, Tierney ball watching, Rob Holding ball watching. And then luckily, Tierney gets to it. I think the first Zurich player, if he hits it first time, he scuffs it and he misses it. If he hits it first time, it's 1-1. Then it goes to the other Zurich player, I think the striker, and he hits it. Luckily, Tierney does a good last-ditch tackle. Well done for that. But at the same time, what are our centre-backs doing? Because I'm sick and tired of seeing Gabriel ball watching. He was a player that I really, really, really liked when he first came to Arsenal. But now I'm looking at him thinking, I don't know if I want this guy. I don't think I want this guy, because every game we see a mistake. And we saw it earlier, before we played Man United. You know, his mistake for a goal, and then he scores a goal back. But listen, like I said, I want my defenders, yeah? If you're not, I don't care if you score goals. Bro, just read the game, mark your man, and defend properly. If you can do that properly, I don't care. Your first role is to defend. I don't care about everything else, yeah? I don't care about everything else. If you can defend properly, that's good enough for me. That's good enough. Do your main job properly. Don't do all this other pucaria, ball watching. Rob Holding as well. This is why I said we need to move on from Rob Holding. Ain't good enough. How is Zurich getting a crossing, a low cross, and none of our centre-backs are marking any Zurich players, and we're ball watching? This is a major, major problem, because today it's okay to say, oh yeah, we got the 2 points. On another day, like Man United, that got players that can score and are clinical in the box, we lose. We lose today. It's a completely different game. But it is what it is. For the goal, what was Nketiah doing? Why have we got Nketiah marking in the box? Where's Tierney? Where's Gabriel? Where's Holding? Where's Tomiyasu? Why have we got... And the way he's putting his studs up like that, and it's always going to be a penalty. What bucaria is going on here? It's just merda. Every time I see our defense, it's merda. It's lixo. It's merda every time. And yes, we got the 3 points. And I know how it is with Arsenal fans. Most of the time, yeah, but we got the 3 points. Why are you moaning? We move. I can see the storm coming. I saw the storm coming when we didn't do what we needed to do in the summer transfer window. I can see the storm coming. Yeah, I can see it coming. Defensively, absolutely shocking. They shouldn't have had half the chances that they had. And if they had a lethal striker, trust me, today we're not leaving with the 3 points. I can guarantee you that, Gadamba. And then you look at the midfield. Granit Xhaka actually did okay. I don't think he did too bad. There was a couple of through balls that he made. I think there was one to Gabriel Jesus when he got subbed on. Very good ball from Xhaka. And like I said, when you're not getting overrun, which we wasn't, because Zurich was sitting back for the majority of the game and trying to hit us on the counter, Xhaka looks decent. We know against better opposition, this guy's going to get outrun. And when he gets outrun, he don't look that great. Just like, you know, in other games. I mean, he's been in 6 years. We know what he's about. So at the end of the day, when we're in full control, Xhaka does look decent. And to give him props, because I can give props when props is due, doesn't mean I want him. Doesn't mean I want him to stay at Arsenal, but Xhaka had a decent game. Lokonga, absolutely shocking. The only good thing that I saw from Lokonga was the ball over to Vieira. That ball was on a plate. Other than that, I don't see him doing anything. I don't see him winning the ball. A lot of times we were backwards, sideways. As soon as we started the match, I was like, listen, where's the cutting ball? And every time we tried to cut in, we were having luck. But we're not putting them to the sword. Why? Because we have players like Eddie Nketiah that need 20 million chances to put the ball away. It ain't good enough. It ain't good enough. Sambi Lokonga ain't good enough. And we can see why he's not ready. Another player that's been brought in that ain't ready and ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be making your mark. This is against Zurich. God forbid I'm asking Lokonga to perform in the Premier League. I'm not only asking you to perform in the Europa League against Zurich. It's against Zurich, bro. And you can't do it. It's not good enough. It ain't good enough. Fabio Vieira, bro, all them pussios that were talking to me about, Fabio Vieira, look how many assists he got in the Liga and the Primeira Liga in Portugal. Look at this. None of you watch the Portuguese league. Don't chat shit to me. Even I don't watch every game. You know what I'm saying? Even I don't. And my team is Benfica, and I don't even watch every game. More time I watch highlights, but I keep it real. I don't come on here talking merda, trying to be like I'm the fan that watches every game of football. No, I've got a life. I can't watch every single game. But these guys talking about Vieira, what did he do? What did he do? I ask you, what did he do? Because I'm telling you now, Marquinhos gave Saka more concern than Vieira did for Odegaard. Because I'm seeing the same thing, that the same deficiencies in Odegaard's game, I'm seeing in Fabio Vieira. Backwards, sideways, playing it safe, doing this, doing that, doing that. I'm not seeing nothing clinical from him, bro. I didn't see nothing. I'm not seeing him cutting up defenses. I'm not seeing him playing, the eye of a needle pass. I'm not seeing him, you know what I'm saying? Me asking questions of their defense, and they were more than happy to sit back. And I don't need somebody like this. We really got that in Odegaard, and I don't think it's good enough. If anything, you know what? I'll be honest. At least Odegaard against a team like Zurich, he'll turn out. Because one thing, Odegaard, he don't turn up against the big teams. Like, he turns up against small teams. Odegaard in a game like this would have. I mean, he did come on. Do you know what I'm saying? But I'm seeing the same. I see the same deficiencies in both of them. Why have we got two number 10s that play exactly the same? It don't make no sense. No sense at all. He didn't. Right now, he's holding bench. He can't go back in the changing rooms and say, you know what, Arteta, I've actually given you concern. I'm going to knock on your office door and I'm going to say, you know what, you should be playing me. Nah, Vieira, que merda. It's not Vieira, it's merda. It's merda. I'm not seeing nothing. And some people say, oh, but you can't judge him. Bro, I'm not even judging him. It's not like I'm judging him coming up against one of the big six in the Premier League. We're playing against Zurich. These men getting slapped up everywhere they go. And we're going to get into their results. I was predicting 3-4-0. And what happens? Nothing. You know what I'm saying? A rocky 2-1. We have to bring on man like Gabriel off the bench. We have to bring Saka off the bench. And we still can't put these men to the sword. All this progress that people are telling me about, it ain't as bright, it ain't as great as you try and make it seem. It ain't. It ain't. And that's the truth. That's the truth. How are we struggling against Zurich? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear no bookade about CDM because you don't need a CDM to destroy these men. We should have put them to the sword. How many chances did we have in the first half? How many times is backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, backwards, backwards, sideways, backwards, sideways? Bro, it's a joke. It's a joke. And we got a kid, Marquinhos from the Brazilian league, coming in and showing most of these men up. Martinelli, I love Martinelli. But Martinelli today wasn't clinical enough. He wasn't clinical. He wasn't good enough. I don't think he was absolutely trash, but he was hella average. Hella average for me. Yeah, you're always going to get work rate from Martinelli and all this and that, and that's great. But at the end of the day, you need to put it in the back of the net. Back of the net. Na gaveta. In the drawer. Na gaveta. How many times are we going to miss chances, not put teams to the sword, and allow them to come back into the game? Because that's what we did. Giving away a stupid penalty, and it was squeaky bum time once again. Eddie Nketiah, yes, he runs around. He's got a lot of energy. He knows if he doesn't perform, he's on the bench. Bro, Gabriel Jesus ain't worried, bro. You ain't giving him no sleepless nights. He knows he's on the starting lineup because you're not good enough. Eddie Nketiah, how many times he had a chance? He was in the box. And it's like, I said, shoot first time, one touch, second touch, second touch. And then by the time he took the fifth touch, they already blocked the shot. Eddie, bro, you need to be more clinical in the box. Everyone was trying to sell me on Eddie Nketiah. Oh, he's a fox in the box. He could do this in the box. Bro, you're not clinical enough. And like I said, I know it's going to appear like, oh, no side on your reaction. You're overreacting. You're this and that. Yeah, okay, cool. When we come up against the big six and we're bringing on Eddie Nketiah and he's not scoring and we're losing matches, talk to me then. Talk to me then. Because when you're seeing Gabriel not learning from his mistakes, I don't know if you spent too much time with Ben White. I don't know what it is. Yeah? When you're seeing Nketiah still not being clinical enough against better opposition, this will cost us. This will cost us. Don't look at just the result. Look at the performance and look at the deficiencies that we've already identified in players like Gabriel Holding, yeah, players like Eddie Nketiah, and tell me, what have you seen? Have you seen any improvement? Have you seen that this manager's gone on the training ground and actually working on their deficiencies? Because I'm not seeing it. So many times the camera panned to Arteta and you can see he was stressed, he was annoyed, he was vexed. Bro, this is your doing, bro. You didn't do enough. You didn't do enough. And this is now what we got. It ain't good enough. É uma puca, é uma merda. Uma diarrhea. It's a gonorrhea. É uma pucaria. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we got the points, but this don't fill me with a lot of, you know, if we slap them 4-5-0, maybe we can go with little chest, because we can't have big chest. Yeah? We can't have big chest, because this club don't allow you to have big chest. But at least I can go with little chest, you know what I mean? Little pigeon chest. You know what I mean? Maybe a pigeon chest to go into the Everton game. But this is showing me that Lokonga is not going to run the midfield against Everton. You know what I'm saying? He's struggling against Zurich. This is showing me that Fabio Vieira coming off the bench for Odegaard, we might as well keep Odegaard on because there's no difference. I'm not seeing any difference. I'm not seeing any difference. You know what I'm saying? And this is the problem when I said we should have brought in players that are better than what we've got. No, we're buying players that are just as good or worse. And we're not moving anywhere. Marquinhos, I liked him. I felt at times he was direct and at other times I wanted him to be more direct. But listen, overall, very happy with Marquinhos' performance. Very happy. Nketiah, yes, he took the goal, but how many chances did it take you, bro? Come on, bro. This is Zurich, bro. You should be slapping it top bins, bro. Marquinhos only come from the Brazilian league, bro. And he's slapping it top bins. I mean, come on. It ain't good enough. Tierney, I'm sorry, man. From what I saw, you know what I'm saying? Tierney was getting caught out of position too many times, bombing up forward and forgetting his defensive duties, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I do agree that he should have been sent off. But then when you start looking at the substitutions, one time, yeah, I mean, when Zinchenko came on, you know, and why does it take this manager 69 minutes? 69 minutes. We used to complain about, and this is every game it's like this. Every game we wait 70 minutes. 70 to 80 minutes. We used to complain about Arsene Wenger making changes at 60 minutes. This guy's making changes at 79 minutes as if we're controlling the whole game. Even in the second half, they started the last 20 odd minutes of the second half. It was squeaky bum time for us. They were throwing long balls, they were throwing everything at you. They were going for it. And we were struggling to deal with Zurich. This is a joke. This is a joke, man. This is a joke. What's going on with my camera? You know what I'm saying? My camera, bro, is bugging out, bro. It's actually bugging out. It's a joke. You know, Zinchenko, one time I saw him got bodied. He got body checked. Like, oh, my God, Zinchenko. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Oh, my God. The way, when I saw him get body checked like that, I was like, yo, this is embarrassing. No. Swear down, Ujudu, this is embarrassing. Saka came on. I didn't see him do much. It didn't really affect the game. Odegaard came on. The same crap. We're still playing poor. There was no patterns of play today. There wasn't any patterns of play. It was backwards, sideways, side to side. Little, you know what I mean? Come on, man. It's not Zurich, it's Zurich. Bro, I'm not from Switzerland, innit? So Zurich, cool. Zurich, yeah? Zurich. I'll pronounce it properly. I don't know. I'm not from there, innit? You know what I'm saying? But it is Zurich, yeah? We shouldn't be struggling like this against Zurich. And then when we're bringing on up, we shouldn't have to rely on bringing on the big guns, man. We shouldn't. Well, our big guns anyway. Zinchenko didn't affect the game. Saka didn't affect the game. Odegaard didn't affect the game. Gabriel Jesus came on. Didn't really affect the game. There was one chance that Gabriel Jesus had, and I wanted him to hit it first time. He takes a touch, and then it's a touch too many, and then a defender gets in the way. And I was like, bro, Jesus, just slap it. But then again, he's coming on with 79 minutes after 78 minutes. You know, he ain't got that much time to affect the game. But why do we need him in this game? Why? It don't make no sense. And when you're looking at it, it's just like, come on, man. Like, let's be real. Let's look at Zurich's last couple of results. Zurich lost 2-1. Zurich lost 2-1 against Lugano. They lost 4-2 to Basel. Yeah, they beat Hearts. They beat Cham. Yeah, who the hell are Cham? I don't even know who they are. Yeah. They drew against Winthor. Who the hell are they? You know what I'm saying? It's not good enough. Sion. Yeah. Sion. They beat them 3-0. I don't even know who this team is. Who was Sion? You know what I mean? I know Zion. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? From the Rasta, man. But I don't know about Zion. Who was Zion? And the Basil touched them, Zion touched them. You know what I mean? Lugano touched them, and Arsenal are struggling against this team. Like getting touched by teams like this. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah? Make it make sense. It don't make no sense. Yeah? But it doesn't matter because I already know what it's like with Arsenal fans. Oh, it doesn't matter, but we won though. We won. Oh, the Conga, he kept the ball. We kept the ball. Oh, we kept the ball. He's good on the ball. Bruv, get out of here, man. Not good enough, man. Not if you're struggling against this, big question mark about you. You should not be struggling against these, man. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. And when you look at it, yeah, in the Switzerland league, yeah, in the Swedish league, Zurich right now are ninth. Wait. Inject it in your vein right now. Inject that, what I'm just saying, in your vein. Zurich are ninth currently in the Switzerland league. And they got touched by Basel, Sion, and Lugano. Name me 5 players from each of those teams and tell me that this performance was good enough. It's mad. It's mad. It ain't good enough. We shouldn't just be just about getting over the line against a team like this. Like I said, I'm happy that we won, but it was one of them. It was one of them games. I'm like, yo, by the 60th minute, I'm like, yo, ref, just blow the whistle, please. I just want this game over. Tô cansado. I'm tired, man. You know what I mean? Okay, shad. I'm there. I'm drinking. What am I drinking? I'm drinking rum. And Red Bull, with the hot food. That's what I'm drinking because obviously there ain't nothing else going on. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm drinking. Well, I ain't drinking rum and Red Bull. I'm drinking rum and Coke. But you get what I'm saying? Because ain't nothing else entertaining me but this rum and Coke. Embarrassing. You know, embarrassing. Let me see if I can get some of the stats up. I want to get into some of the stats because this was mad. This was actually mad. I can't lie. This performance here today. My God. That's the only thing that's giving me peace is that this manager is gonna get fired soon. Because you're getting found out. You know, we've seen this manager get found out against Olympiacos, against Mr. Good Evening, you know, at Villarreal, Unai Emery. And now he almost got found out against Zurich. You know what I mean? Against Zurich. Come on, man. Come on. It ain't good enough, is it? It ain't good enough. But modern day footballers, they just look at the result. That's it. Result, well, win. Okay, cool. Yeah, all done. Yeah, no, yeah, no need to be concerned. Yeah, all good. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And then go, Liverpool, Chelsea, you lost, Bro, that's not me, bro. I'm not childish, bro. You know what I mean? I want to... when you're looking at it, ain't good enough. It really ain't good enough. Where's the stats? Where are the stats? You know what I mean? I want to see the stats. Let me see if I can get it up. But listen, leave in the comments down below what you lot think. Let me get it up actually. Let me get the stats up so you lot can see. So you know I ain't just pulling up stats from my ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me get this up right now. Let me get there we go. Hold on. Let me put this down. Hold on. Right. Let me zoom in so we can see it properly. You know what I mean? So there's no mistakes here. So Zurich, 29.8% possession. Arsenal, 70.2%. Zurich, 10 total shots. Arsenal, 18. Wow. They got like half our possession and they got almost the same amount of shots. Arsenal 8 shots on target, Zurich 4. Zurich offside 3 times, Arsenal 8. Blocked 3 times by Zurich, Arsenal 2. Arsenal's passing 88.1%, Zurich 67.3%. Arsenal 3 clear-cut chances, Zurich's 0. Zurich offside 5 times. The tackle percentage 66.7% for Arsenal, 61.9% for Zurich. Aerial duels, they were actually more dominant in the air. Zurich 55.6%, Arsenal 44.4%. They made more saves, 6. We made 2. Fouls committed, they made 11, made 7. Fouls 1, 11 to Arsenal, 7 to them. So it's not that great. It ain't that great. It really ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, how they having this many shots? Like, I know that not all of them are on target, but you know, it ain't that great. You know, especially when you have 70% possession and 88.1% passing. Like, come on, it ain't good enough. Like, you need to be more clinical with those kind of possession. With that kind of possession, you should be putting them to the sword, and we didn't. We failed to put them to the sword. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Listen, we get the 3 points and we move. Yeah, let's not get it twisted. But at the same time, there's a lot of cause for concern, in my opinion. I don't know how you guys see it. I don't know if any of you lot want to jump on and have your say. Let me put the link out if you do. Make sure you put your camera on and make sure your mic is on as well. What's this here? Let me get into some of the comments. Not the greatest performance, but it was a heavily rotated team, so I won't get onto the team too much. Heavily rotated team. I don't know about that. I don't know about heavily. Martinez is a starter. Xhaka, Lokonga. Well, Xhaka and Vieira, they're starters because everyone's telling me that Vieira is the next coming of flipping. I don't know. I don't even know. Next coming of I don't even know. Modric or something. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Gabriel's a starter. Tierney's a starter. There's not that many players that are rotated. Tomiyasu, most of the time, he's a starter as well. Tomiyasu, Tierney, Gabriel, Xhaka, Vieira, Martinelli, they're all starters, really. So I don't really get where this, it's a heavily rotated team is coming from, but that's just my opinion. Yo, bro, what are you saying? You good?
Yeah, just cold chilling, man. Kind of missed the start of it because I just came back from work and all of that, you know, early kickoff and shit. But yeah, very underwhelming. Very underwhelming. I wasn't surprised. I didn't think it would be as easy, but at the same time, I don't know when the post-match, you know, interviews and press conferences are going to be out, but I can guarantee you Arteta will probably blame the pitch or something, you know, for not getting like the momentum going and all of that kind of shit, you know. But it's worrying times, it's concerning times. But as you well know, bro, this is why I don't get gassed. This is why I don't get hyped just because we won. I knew we'd win, but I knew it would be close. I thought it would be a 2-1. I just didn't think we would play that bad at times. And again, you can buy or have as many defenders, centre-backs, full-backs as you want, more so centre-backs. The midfield, if your midfield ain't good enough, it's going to show. We have seen this time and time again under Wenger in the Emirates era. Even Unai Emery struggled. And now you're seeing that I think Xhaka went down at one point. Lee Gunner mentioned it. If Xhaka goes down, with also Partey being out at the moment and all of that, Lokonga. Here's the thing with Lokonga, just very quickly. On the ball, I quite like him. You know, he's kind of tidy and all of that. You know, he's clearly gone to the gym. You know, he's not that short and he's not that small like Fabio Vieira. Do you know what I mean? But without the ball, it's a concern. It's a massive concern. We know about Xhaka for years, like off the ball, you know, how immobile he is, like immobile. Lokonga's nowhere near as good off the ball as he is on it. Not that he's that good on the ball, but you get what I'm saying. And how many times is it, how much more can we really take until we get piped, not just by City or by Liverpool, but by, you know, a Brighton, when they tear through our midfield, without even a Basuma, without a Cucurella going down like the left-hand side and shit. It's pretty concerning. And then like our second string keeper, even though he didn't have a huge amount to do today, like if that's our backup, I mean, Jesus Christ, man. Like we are in for a long season. Like and to be honest, like, you know, like I've ever since we've been in the Europa League, I've always wanted to win it. I always like take it seriously and shit because it's something that we've never won. And let's be real, for all you statisticians out there, even Tottenham have won this goddamn fucking trophy. Let's keep it all the way funky. Like, so I want to win it. If we're in it, I want to win it. But at this rate, if Arteta's not careful, we'll probably drop down into the Conference League. And even then, I wouldn't be confident in him winning that. Third tier, bruv. Best believe that. So, yeah, it's all mad. And then, like, the subs that he made, you know, well, to be fair to Arteta, I'll give him a tiny bit of credit, 1% of credit. He made substitutions before the 70th minute. Like I mentioned to you before, he didn't do it before, but he did it today. Okay, fair play. You get a very tiny little clap from me. But outside of that, when you're bringing on the likes of Saka, who in my mind shouldn't have come on, bring on one of the youth. You know, do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather that than, you know, a bit of freshness. You know, a lot of the young guys will have something to prove. I thought this was Project Youth, not Project let's seal this win, because if we don't win this game, I'm in the fucking shit. Do you know what I'm saying? So I got to bring on Jesus. I got to bring on Erdegaard. I got to bring on Saka. Saka didn't need to come on. Just let Marquinhos play the whole 90 minutes. You did it with Martinelli. To be honest, Martinelli should have come off. And you know me, bro. I'm his biggest fan. Him and Tierney, to a degree, they're the only two players that I really, really rate at this football club and have a lot of respect for and all of that, because they care. And I can see that, for example, if Tierney went to another club, like he would bang. You know, Gabar 9's got the fucking biggest ceiling at the football club. As much as I love Saka, as much as I think he's a good player, yeah, he don't have a higher ceiling than Martinelli. Let's be real. But at the same time, Martinelli ain't doing it at the moment for whatever reason. So, yeah, he does need to step up. And I will criticise him, even though I rate him highly, because I'm not going to be one of them super fans, those top gooners, those Arsenal journalists, those whatever else you want to put in the brackets, like, that will just gas everything this football club says and does. And when their favourite player has a fucking stinker, that they'll be like, oh, it's just one of them days. Oh, no, it'll come good the next game. Fuck the next game. What did Apollo Creed say in Rocky 3 to Rocky when he was going down, when he was losing his mind? There is no tomorrow. Remember that shit? There is no tomorrow. Someone should... Carl Weathers needs to fly over from LA or wherever he's living right now and say that to Arteta. There is no tomorrow. Because at this rate, right? Because at this rate, we're going to come up against... even though PSV like drew tonight or whatever, or even better, Boko. If we play Boko, because Boko are better than Zurich, let's be real. If we play like that against Boko, home or away, we'll probably lose that. And definitely against PSV, you know, because they're the two teams that are going to be vying for that, you know, to get through to the next stage in the Europa League. So, yeah, man, it's you know, it's just frustrating, but yeah, we got the win. Whoopee. Like, yeah.
It's mad because when you look at the Switzerland Super League table, Zurich are currently 9th, Basel's above them, Lugano, Sion, Grasshopper, Young Boys, St. Gallen. What is going on? And we need to bring on Saka and Gabriel Jesus to seal these guys off. It ain't great, man. It ain't great. It really ain't. And people want us to, you know, to be like, oh, be positive, do this and that. We need something to believe in. We should be wiping the floor with these lot. I don't think anyone predicted a loss. So why are we struggling so hard? You know what I'm saying? And it's because we're not prepared. It's not prepared. For me, Fabio Vieira today weren't good enough. You did touch on the goalkeeper, and I did forget to say, Tina Turner, bro, oh my God. He made it. They were pressing us. At one point, they kept pressing us. And he was getting pressed. And he tried to pass it out. I think he tried to pass it to Tini or Gabriel. I'm thinking, what are you doing, bro? And it went straight to their player. And I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. Like, you need to know when to pass the ball. But when you're getting pressed, you see that the player you're going to pass to has got players that are, you know, looking to press him or are pressing him. You got to just hoof it out. You can't always play it out from the back. And, you know, that could have been sticky, bro. That could have been sticky. He could have scored from that. You know what I mean? Tina Turner, he did okay in the one-on-ones, but it's only because they got nobody to really put us on the sword because they're 9th in their flipping Swedish league. It's not great. It's not great, but you know how it is with us. You know how it is with Arsenal fans. It's always, oh yeah, but the score is we won. Why are you moaning? Why are you moaning? Why are you moaning? And then when we don't win the Europa, when we're not in the title race, when we don't win the FA Cup or the Carabao, then it'll be like, oh, but what the reason is why didn't we win it? Oh yeah, because we didn't buy in the summer, because of this, because of that. We always want to moan after the fact. We don't moan before the fact or before the storm is coming. And then when we're caught up in the storm, everyone's like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? After the storm and everything's wrecked and the season's over, that's when people want to start talking. And that's what annoys me, you know, for the majority of Arsenal fans, because everything always has to be positive. And today, apart from Marquinhos, there is no real positive for me. You know, even Martinelli that I really like, I don't think he had a great game. I really don't. Marquinhos is the only one that I felt like had a good game. Everybody else had a shocking game, bro. And defensively, I thought that Arteta would have, you know, tried to fix us up and set us up defensively a lot more solid. But I saw us playing a high line and getting sucked into having all the possession in the first half and dominating, playing a high line, and then getting caught out on the counter like we did against Man United. That's what I saw.
Yeah, exactly. Like this is the problem. Like we've seen it with Jurgen Klopp. Now, before anyone starts to lose their shit, I'm not comparing Arteta to Jurgen Klopp. So let's just put that out there. But we all know Jurgen Klopp plays a very high line. That's how he plays. You know, you press from the front, etc., etc. But correct me if I'm wrong, there have been times where Liverpool have been caught out. Remember that 7-2? Was it a season or two ago? When Liverpool played Villa at Villa, where they lost 7-2. That was because Villa beat Liverpool's press and they were clinical at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? You think that can't happen to us? If Man United were a bit more clinical and had a bit more gonad about them, not saying that they were poor and they just got lucky, far from it. They deserved to win. But if they were more clinical, it could have easily been 4 or 5 in that second half. And you said it like spot on about Fabio Vieira. 30 million, yeah? Nah. He already needs a loan. Never mind just Sambi Lokonga. Send him on loan as well. Get Douglas Luiz, get Tielemans in January. I don't give a fuck about FFP, yeah? This club, yeah, this fucking football club knew what the stake was. And they've been knowing, yeah? When you're ripping up contracts, yeah, because you think you have all the money in the world, like a fucking spoiled ass brat trust fund baby, yeah? You know, oh, like, you know, the fans will pay for it or the club will pay for it. Yeah, it's all good. You know, it's not my money, but that's what I would do anyway. Ignorant, stupid, yeah? And then we're selling these players like we've done. To be honest, this selling players for cheap has kind of been going on for years and years, even like late Highbury days and all of that, where I was looking at it where, yeah, we could have got a bit more. So this problem is deeper than Arteta, but at the same time, Arteta's the one on the pitch. He's the one that's on the training ground. And like you said, I thought we would have set up better to, you know, acclimatise. You know, what happened to that versatility, yeah? You know, not the greatest pitch. And it's not even Zurich's pitch as well. So you can't say that Zurich are more used to that pitch. It's not even their pitch. Their pitch is being used for fucking athletics. Do you know what I mean? Which is like an hour away from that stadium. So you can't use that. And again, football is very, very simple. The easiest thing to do to sort out is the defence. Jurgen Klopp said, I could write a book about defence and it would be 1 page. Okay. Well, if it's that easy, Jurgen, then Arteta should be able to do a fine job. But he's not. He's struggling against fucking Zurich. We'll struggle against Boko, or Buku, however you say that Norwegian team, and then we'll struggle against PSV. Like, I'm really concerned that we'll even get out of this group, never mind top the group. Because the way we're playing, the injuries that we got, more games coming up, so there's going to be more injuries, even if they're not long-term. Even 1 game missed before the World Cup is crucial. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't afford to have a Thomas Partey injured for any amount of time. Now we're at a point where we can't even afford Granit Xhaka to be injured at any amount of point in time. That's how bad it's got, bro. That is exactly how bad it's got. And we really need to fix up because, you know, all of this, we're going to do a madness in the summer. We're going to do a madness, like, trust the process. All of that, what you say, all of that Columba, all of that Pulkania, all of that bullshit, yeah? And no defensive midfielder, no right back, no striker, no centre mid, box to box or, deep line, whatever you want to call it, yeah? And I would have gone for another top centre back as well. I think, just very quickly, for me, if Arteta wants to save his job, he has to win the Europa League. And this is how you're going to do it. This is an official Natster statement of how Arteta's going to win the Europa League outside of just trying to fix things tactically and technically and all that bollocks. First things first, he needs to get a DM in because Partey is not going to last the whole season. I would get Wilfred and Ndidi. Fuck it. 50 mil, 60 mil, always rated him. I'm amazed no one's come in for him, to be honest. Then Tielemans, deep lying, playmaker, whatever. He's 10 times better than Fabio Vieira, and he's got the Premier League experience. He's even got Champions League experience. And he'll want to come to Arsenal as long as the money's right. So that's 2. 3, as a backup, and we can even afford to loan Sambi Lokonga, for example, and maybe loan Fabio Vieira as well. Get Douglas Luiz as like a backup, like someone who can play that holding role, but kind of do the box to box thing as well. But that's another midfielder because I don't know how long El Nene's out, but I think he's out till next year at some point or something like that. And then get a right back in, get Tarek Lamptey or get Max Aarons. Either one of them 2, or this might sound a little bit controversial, yeah. Kyle Walker-Peters, ex Tottenham, who's at Southampton at the moment. I like him. He's a good player. He's versatile because I think I've seen him play left back before. But he's a good player. James Ward-Prowse is another one as well. There's another centre mid option that could be cheap. I don't know why no one's going to go for. Hasn't gone for him yet. And then up front, Eddie Nketiah. I know he scored, but fuck me, what were you doing conceding that penalty, bruv? What the fuck were you doing?
I don't even think. You know what? I hear you with players that we can get, but when you're looking around, teams that are in this Europa, Man United, they already put us in a spliff, yeah, and they're going to be more confident the next time that they see us. You know what I mean? And then you got Roma with Jose Mourinho. Do you know what I'm saying? Is this manager going to be able to outdo Ten Hag? I don't see it. Is he going to be able to come up against Roma and Jose Mourinho? I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you start looking around, plus we already in our group, we've got PSV. You know what I'm saying? Then there's other teams, in and around that I think can give us a hard time. There's other, like Sheriff. I mean, when they beat Real Madrid last season, I swear. You know what I'm saying? So they're a surprise package. Then you got Feyenoord. They're another team. You can't sleep on them. They're a decent team. So there's teams in there that can hurt us, bro. I can't even lie.
Oh yeah, 100%. So basically, what you're saying is, and the only other one signing I would add, the striker option is Ivan Toney. That's a pretty kind of obvious one because I would rather have him wearing the number 14 shirt and being on 100k a week than fucking Eddie Nketiah, bro. Because even though he scored, again, shocking performance. So basically what you're saying, Northside, is even with all those players that I've mentioned, yeah, in the positions that we actually need, and plus I wouldn't have sold Leno, at least this season until we can get a better backup and all of that shit. And I would have sold Leno for more than 4 million. Even with those players mentioned, even if we got most of them in January, because I think Max Aarons we could get in January. We could get that deal done before January, even before the World Cup. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't cost that much. Is he still at Norwich? As long as he's not injured, get that fucking deal done. He would slot right in and be better than, because Ben White ain't a right back, Tommy Asu ain't a right back, and Cedric is useless. Cedric is finito, done at it. Even with those players, even if we get half of them, mainly 2 midfielders and a right back, let's just say, get the number 1 priorities in, it's still not going to be enough. Even if Arteta is trying to change a few things
slightly
to even compete with the likes of Man United, because obviously tactically you don't have it, like you rightly said, Ten Hag, Jose, all the other teams, and then you got the teams that are dropping down because it looks like Inter are going to drop down. We're not going to beat Inter or Skriniar, Dzeko, Lautaro Martinez, Nico Barrett. I think he might be injured at the moment, but their midfield is better than ours. Brazovic, like, you know, Handanovic, all of that shit. Like, Arteta don't have it tactically, which means he needs the players to even stay afloat, bruv. Like, to tread water. He's not treading water.
Superior players, yeah. When he comes up against certain teams, he needs a superior because he doesn't have, like you just said. I completely agree with you. He's not tactically above a lot of managers, but he has better players. That's why when we go up against a Bournemouth or we go up against Aston Villa, we look better because our starting lineup is stronger. But then when he goes up against anyone that's equal to him, do you know what I mean, in terms of players or better, then he always falls flat. And it's been shown countless amounts of time. That's why against the Big Six, we don't really perform like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they got better managers and their players are there or thereabouts, the same as us, if not better. And then all of a sudden, it don't look so great. But now I agree with you, bro. I'm going to get into some of the comments because a lot of people drop their comments. Make sure you like and subscribe, but you don't make me have to get the flip-flop. Bro, I have to sit through this bullshit football, yeah? Don't make me have to draw. Bro, draw for the flipper, bro. Some African discipline is needed in here. Bro, like and subscribe. I'm not even asking for a super chat. Don't be a feel of that puta. Make sure you like and subscribe. I don't have to draw for it again because I'm tired. You know what I mean? Squad thin already. Martinelli playing the whole 90. No one to bring on in this position. Facts. Wagwan no side. Big up, bro. Big up to you lot. Pathetic performance by Arsenal. But Marquinhos, listen. Big up. Great debut from him. North side, Arsenal call off Everton game due to the passing of Queen Elizabeth. It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. What can we say?
Pretty much.
Arteta out. Top four is not looking likely. As I said, we'll finish 6th or 7th.
I agree.
Even that might be too great. And that's if we survive till January and then do what we need to do in January. So
we're not going to buy anyone in January, bro. You know it. I know it. Like, you saw my list. You heard my list. Everyone in the chat, you know the players that I want, yeah? How many? Here's the thing. How many players out of all the players that I've mentioned, yeah, in terms of the players that we need to sign for January, for Arteta to survive, yeah? Because his ass is on the line. Let's not get it twisted. How many of those players will he actually go for? And I'll add Pedro Neto into that because obviously we're linked for him and I rate him highly as well. And he has that versatility, you know, to play either side of the wing. How many signings do you think Arsenal, Arteta will make this January? Out of all the players that I mentioned, I don't think he'll do one. And a few of them have already been linked from the summer that we failed. So it'll be interesting, yeah? Put it in the comments below. If we're even going to get one or two.
You know what? Well, last season, it's too hard to buy players in January. We can't do it. We can't buy players in January, yeah? All the fans, we saw the deficiencies and we're like, we need a CDM, we need another striker, we need this, we need that, we need a winger, we need a deep line playmaker. The club said, guys, please, I believe in you guys, yeah? We can't buy anyone.
Do it, guys.
Yeah, come on, guys. You know what I'm
saying? Potato, guys.
So what's the difference? Because when the fans are allowing the club to have the excuse that it's too hard to buy players in January, really? Newcastle, they were in the relegation last January. Yeah, they bought their players and look what they've gone on to do. But the excuse at Arsenal, it's too hard to buy in January. So why didn't we buy the players that we needed to in the summer? Because according to superfans, it's easier to buy in the summer than it is in January. So this January, I agree with you, bro. I don't think we're going to buy anyone because it's always going to be, oh, but it's hard to buy. No one wants to sell. Blah, blah, blah. It's hard to get the players, bro. I'm sick of it. They need to be clinical, and you see in their social page, they keep everything private. It hurts as a Swiss how you say it. It's not Balkan City, bro. I'm not Swiss, innit? Like, what do you want from me, bro? Do you know how many times people say Jose Mourinho? It's not Jose. We're not Spanish. It's Jose Mourinho. But I don't get rattled about it. It is what it is, isn't it? Most people saying it here ain't Portuguese. So the amount of times I see Jose, it's not Jose, it's Jose. You know what I mean?
Even Martin Tyler gets it wrong.
Huh?
Even Martin Tyler gets it wrong. He says Bruno Fernandes. What's the real pronunciation? Isn't it like Bruno Fernandes? Something like
Bruno
that?
Fernandes, exactly. You said it right.
There you go. There you go. Even Martin Tyler, the great Martin Tyler, gets it wrong. So, yeah.
You know what I mean? Sometimes. So it is what it is, man. When it's not your language, it is what it is. So, yeah, we move. from what I saw, there was nothing to get gassed about. Still have room for improvement, but it is what it is. I want to see a much more improved performances in games going forward. You're going to struggle to see that, my guy. Northside, this is how Arteta is clueless. He said he wants to break the duck and win Arsenal a European trophy. He doesn't realise Bertie Mead and George Graham have won European trophies. Facts.
There we go. Know your history, guys. You can do it, guys. Just do your research. You can do it, guys. If Mikel Arteta can't do it, you can. You're the one. Be the light bulb.
It's funny how I'm seeing Arsenal fans saying it's Eddie's fault. Our team is weak, but when we sign a good player, they big up Arteta. It's embarrassing. Everything good is Arteta. Everything bad is Edu and the Cronkies. Apparently, it doesn't make sense.
And then I don't get blamed one iota because what the fuck does he do?
Not best of performances out there, but no need to worry. Okay.
What?
Okay. What? No need to worry.
Oh my.
Okay. All right. Then. Okay. Cool. We'll see. Just keep the same energy to the end of the season. I hope you're right because he's shit. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Top gooners and super fans are a disgrace. The fan police, man, they know it all. Until it comes crumbling down, and then it's but negative fans didn't get behind the team as if the whole team are watching Northside LDN. Like I'm not that big. I wish I was, but I ain't. You know what I'm saying? We need to finish them chances. Chelsea have appointed a great manager in Graham Potter, that's for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
We should go get Thomas Tuchel. Facts.
Right now. Right now.
What do you make of that appointment?
The Graham Potter League on the 2.0? Yeah. I had to put it in there. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, big up League on anyway. But like,
big up League.
It's a great signing, and even fucking John Terry said that or kind of hinted earlier on, like in the summer, that that Graham Potter may be managing Chelsea in the future. Maybe not this soon, but if you got a Chelsea legend bigging up Graham Potter for what he's done at Brighton, and let's be real, Brighton have overachieved. And these are the same people, the same fans that say, oh, nobody was available, which we all know where that comes from, whether it's a player, whether it's a manager, and it comes from the owners. And to be honest, I think most of that shit comes from the board. Because obviously, like we've heard the Queen died today and all of that. How old are the fucking board? How long have they got left? Let's be real. I don't wish death on nobody. But at the same time, it's quite scary that we still have the same board from like 40, 50 years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? We need a whole new fucking, we need a whole fucking reset. Arsenal reset. Never mind global reset. Arsenal reset. Because Chelsea look like they're going in the right direction with a manager that is going to play total sexy fucking football with quality players. Now, the only question mark with Graham Potter, because I rate him highly, as you do as well, Northside, is how can he deal with the egos? Because technically and tactically, he's levels above Arteta. And like Lee Gunner said earlier, he's won 3 trophies at his time at Ostersund's, That's more than Arteta will ever win in his fucking career. With his own team, might I add as well. Because Arteta won the FA Cup with basically Unai Emery's team. And the only the only Unai Emery, there's no more Michelin tap players, but the only Unai Emery era players are basically Martinelli and Tierney, if I'm not mistaken. Do you know what I mean? So everyone else is either his signings or like Wenger's kind of favourites and all of that. The Holdings, the Jackers, the El Nenes, etc. The dead wood that clearly ain't fucking good enough, which we're now relying on. So again, if Graham Potter can handle the Chelsea egos, can not only get them playing, but get the results, and when the pressure's on, really turn on the screw, like take the chance, like grab the ball by its horns, both hands and all that shit, then he'll do well. And not only will he do well and win a few trophies, in the near future, I could see Chelsea very much competing for a league title because let's be real, it's been long overdue. I mean, City's dominance in the league especially has got to end at some point because Liverpool ain't doing it anytime soon. you know, they're trying, and albeit their recruitment is levels above ours and everything else, but they have shitty owners. So all of this fucking comparison with Liverpool, you know, we don't want to compare ourselves to Chelsea, because obviously Chelsea beat us hands down in every department, especially in the last 15 years. But we'll compare ourselves to Liverpool because they've only won one league title in 30 years. But when it comes to Europe, they slap us down every fucking time. You know, it's a fucking madness. And don't get me started on fucking Tottenham. Why are we comparing ourselves to Tottenham? What, because they're down the road? Because they're our noisy neighbours? Yeah, they'll do well this season, but they're not winning the Champions League. You know, like, I like Deji.
No,
yeah,
but
you
when
know?
you start seeing them doing, when you start seeing them have a better striker, have a better winger, have a better plan, better rotation. You know what I'm saying? Better manager. You start looking and thinking, hold on, we're bigger and better than them, more successful than them, bigger club than them. How are they able to do that? And we spend more money than them. That is where I draw the comparison. Not that, oh, Tottenham are going to win this, Tottenham are going to do that. It's to say, if they can plan properly, and if they can strengthen where they need to and have rotation, which they do, and you saw Richarlison the other day score 2 goals, yeah, in the Champions League, why don't we have that level of rotation? Why? Because if we're bigger and better than them, then we should have that and more. You can't say we can't say we're bigger and better than them, but they're making the better and more intelligent footballing decisions. That is a shambles, and that is where I draw the comparison. Not to they're going to win something before us and this and that, but they may, because their manager is known for that. And if he doesn't, he's walking. If he's not backed, he's walking. Well, we're still persistent with this guy. Chelsea just got in, yeah, Graham Potter. The last time they sacked the manager, they got Tuchel and they won the Champions League. Yeah? All the excuses I've ever heard is, oh, well, Arsenal, who are we going to get then? Who are we going to get? Who are we going to get? They just sacked Tuchel and they got a manager in like that. Like that. But when it's Arsenal, what managers are out there? There's no managers. Yeah, we've got to stick with Arteta because there's no managers out there, apparently. Bullshit, bro. Was Graham Potter available? No, they went and got him. They bought him out of his contract and they went and got him. And I've been saying this before. I've said this before. Go buy managers out of their contracts and sell them something that they can actually believe in. The money, the backing, the recruitment, you know, you know what I'm saying? The actual, look, you can build the team that you want, and this is what we're going to do, and this is how we're going to scout players, and this is how we're going to move forward as a team, not only as manager, but as in the backroom staff and the owners of the club. But we don't. So it just makes me laugh, bro. It just makes me laugh. We can't find no one, but Chelsea could find someone.
Can I ask you a quick question also before you get to all the other comments here? With all due respect, right? Who would you? Because you make a great point about buying out not just players, if need be, contracts, like if they're going down to 6 months or if they're like whatever, but managers especially, yeah. You know, because this whole thing of no one's available, again, obviously comes from Wenger, yeah? Whether it's players or managers, and then the board, they don't do shit. They're too old. They care about fucking horse racing more than football and all that shit. Like, who right now would you want to buy out their contract and be like, I like how he plays football. I like his philosophy. I like his style of play. And I mean, at least he has a style of play. So he definitely has one up over Arteta on that. Easily, hands down. Anywhere in the world, yeah? Who would you get right now to replace Arteta, even with the players that we've got, and then looking at January and then next summer that can take this team forward, where we can really start seeing progress, not process, progress? Like, who would you get, man? I definitely want to know.
Number one, I'd buy Simeone out of a contract. Reason being is because even with the juggernauts of Barcelona and Real Madrid not having as much money as them, which we don't have as much money as somebody like Man City. Yeah, he knows how to deal with that. Do you get what I'm saying? So he knows how to win a league in a team where you don't have the most money. You're not broke or poor, but you don't have the most money, and you're going up against juggernauts of sides, yeah, that can spend more money than you. And he's a proven winner. Do you know what I'm saying? Year in, year out. So I'd go for Simeone for that reason. I think it would fit Arsenal. Then I would go for Mancini because he won the Euros without having a striker. They had no world-class striker. Yeah, but he made do with what he had. He made them gel and play well, and they won the Euros when nobody thought that they would win the Euros. So I would go for both of them because I feel like with the restrictions we have at Arsenal, they can do a lot because then nobody can say, oh, but we ain't got this, we ain't got that. These managers know how to handle. They know how to handle if they don't have every player that they need, or they don't have the same funds as every, the elite teams in the league. So I would go and buy them, bro. I'd go buy them. I think Mancini is a step down from Simeone, but I'd go and get both of them, bro. I wanted Conte. Like, those are the three that I wanted. Yeah. Like, I would put Conte over Mancini, but Conte is obviously at Spurs now. But I would go and get him. I'd even be cheeky enough to go to Conte and say, look, we're going to offer you this, and this. I know you got all this at Tottenham, but we spend more money. We're going to give you all of this. Like, we're going to give you everything. You know what I'm saying? We're going to outspend them. You can build exactly the team that you need, because we've seen when you are allowed to build the team that you need, you produce trophies. That's it. That's what I would go for, bro. And those are my reasons why.
100%. No doubt.
You know what I mean? That's just off the top of my head. Like, everybody else is kind of like, you don't know if they'll come good or not. Ruben Amorim at Sporting, yeah, he did well. Sporting are not the most, they don't have the most money. In Portugal, it's Porto and Benfica. They've got the most money, and he's done well when he's won. But at the same time, I feel like he's too young, not proven. Chelsea were looking at Ruben Amorim, and they kind of looked and said, he's a bit young. He's not got that full experience yet and everything. And they went for Graham Potter, which I think is a better option, especially that he already knows the Premier League. So that's why I wouldn't go for Ruben Amorim, but he's not a bad shout, but he's not up there with my top. If I'm looking at top, I'll look at these guys. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying right now. There's no other real manager that I'm thinking that really like strikes me as, I'd go out and get him. Like,
for me, it was always Ancelotti. Like, for me personally, like this was even like when Wenger got potted. Do you know what I'm saying, bro?
But would he leave Real Madrid, bro? You could have got him.
No, but even before that, bro. Even before that, yeah. Even before he was, I think he was before even he was at Everton. Do you know what I'm saying? He didn't have a job when Wenger got potted. Do you know what I'm saying? And then we went for Emery. But I wanted Ancelotti because Ancelotti, don't take no shit. Ancelotti, a bit like Roberto Mancini, has got Premier League winning experience. Conte's got Premier League winning experience. Do you know what I'm saying? So we need a manager at this moment in time, and even a Diego Simeone, because, okay, he's not been to the Premier League, but he's won Europa League. He's won La Liga, twice? He's got to 2 Champions League finals. So he's definitely proven. Like, any fool can see that. So those are the types of managers that we desperately need, because like you say, all of these restrictions, especially financial restrictions, is a load of fucking bollocks anyway. And I think all of those managers that we've both mentioned would thrive. But again, we are so inept when it comes to above manager level. So Edu, Vinay, Garlic. Garlic is, just very quickly on Garlic, right? People were raving about Garlic, but best believe, and let's remember, he came from fucking West Brom. And I mean, it's not for me to say whether someone's going to be good or bad just because he comes from the Championship, But there were no real signs. Like, no one was talking about Garlic before he came to Arsenal, like just before. Do you know what I'm saying? Like a year ago or 2 years ago or something like that, that he was doing great work, like negotiating or signing, quality young players. Do you know what I'm saying? I never heard of it because that's pretty much his role at the football club, right? And then, like, the lawyer, like the PR, he's literally the PR merchant, the Lewis guy, whatever his name is. And then obviously you have the board and then you have the owners. But again, bring in the Saudis, pay whatever is necessary to get this manager, get this fucking dickhead of a naive rookie manager out of this football club, get rid of the deadwood players, and then you will start to see us not just progressing, but actually winning trophies. Because, like you said, like we contact Tottenham right now, I don't think they'll win the Champions League. I don't think they'll win the Premier League. I know Deji will disagree with me like he disagrees with you and other Arsenal fans. That's fair enough. But at the same time, it would not surprise me if they win a League Cup or an FA Cup. Do you know what I'm saying? I could see them winning an FA Cup. Because if they win the FA Cup, not only will they not shut up about it, it should send alarm bells to the rest of the fan base. We already know the times and see the signs. Do you get what I'm saying? But the rest of the fan base don't, because they think Tottenham is still a tin pot club and they're getting lucky. It ain't fucking lucky to get fucking Conte, and then you start seeing progress and you manage to keep Harry Kane, even though he wanted to go to Man City or Man United or even Liverpool. Because best believe, if Harry Kane put a transfer request and Liverpool hadn't have got Darwin Núñez from was it Benfica, You think Liverpool wouldn't have even considered getting a Harry Kane for what, 90 million, 100 million, whatever? Because they're willing to spend, if they're willing to spend 86 for Darwin Núñez, I mean, 150 mil, even 100 mil, it's not that much more for the size of a club like Liverpool. And the money that they bring in every season as well, it's not a tall order. So again, look, we're not asking for Mbappe, Neymar and Messi to come in and just work magic, do wonders, yeah? But what we are saying is that we need balance. There's no balance at Arsenal Football Club on all levels, from top to bottom. The owners don't have a clue and don't care. The board are too fucking old. So even if they might know a few things here and there, again, they don't give a shit. Below that, the recruitment, clueless. CEO is beyond fucking useless, clueless, all of that. And we have a technical director who would rather sniff his daughter's feet than actually go out there and make the proper signings that need to be fucking done at this football club. And again, I don't know who that guy was from Sao Paulo or whatever, like in Brazil, with that article saying, "Oh, you got Edu, yeah, at Arsenal. Good luck, because you're gonna fucking need it." Do you know what I'm saying? Whoever that guy is, he's absolutely spot on, and we're suffering. He's probably gonna set our football club back even more than Arteta's doing alone on the pitch. We are like, a lot of Arsenal fans think that everything's rosy. That's the thing that blows my mind, blows your mind. Lee Gunners, Gracie May, Kenny Ken, Jez, Stephen Feely, all of these guys, man. Like, we can see it, but the rest don't. The masses don't. The super fans, the fucking so-called journos, Arsenal journos, the top gooners, all of that shit. The teenage Twitter fans. Like, it's just a fucking shambles. But yeah, everyone is available at the right price, ultimately. And it's pretty much the same in life. If you want something, if you want it that bad, go get it. Pay the money, do what it takes, yeah? Otherwise, you're not going to get it. If you don't buy the ticket, guess what? You don't win the raffle, mate. 100%. Best believe that you don't win the raffle. And we ain't winning shit at the moment, bro. That's the facts. Only doing facts about the club. 100%.
There you go. Listen, Natstar, love for jumping on, bro. Love for jumping on, man.
No problem.
You're always invited, man. Whenever the link is there, just jump on, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. I found it hard because Stephen's not doing a stream tonight because I usually go on his. But whenever I can, and I'll definitely be like posting some content like soon. But I'm kind of sort of like I'm in an
Did he lock it off? I saw him comment. He locked it off, or did he not do it at all?
Yeah, no, it was to do with the Queen, like, so, and to be honest, if it means he gets an extra day rest, then I'm not going to complain at all. So he, like, next time he's on, I'm sure he'll be like fully refreshed and all of that. As long as he's feeling well, of course. Then yeah, it'll be interesting. But yeah, I've got some big plans in the future for myself either way. But I've just got, again, priorities, just like everything in life. Arsenal ain't prioritising shit. But I'll do what I can, to prioritise my life as best as I possibly can, with the music that I'm making, because I've got a few things like I'm trying to release at some point, that I'm working on. And then obviously doing like YouTube, like reactions and all of that. But I don't have the best tech at the moment, but again...
Oh, you got a channel, yeah?
I do, well, in name only, basically. So it's in name only. So I don't have any official videos yet, but again... I've got to get to it, man. I'm not going to lie. No excuses, not from me. I'm not Wenger. Doing the, nothing is available. I don't have the equipment, all that. Yeah. But
love, man.
When I get around to it, I'll do it, man.
Whenever you get the ball rolling, then, we'll whatever I can do to support it, I'll support it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, man. 100%. And you're definitely invited. At some point, I'll definitely want to get, the likes of Lee Gunner, all the usuals, the usual suspects in it, like all of them. Stephen's definitely coming on, and the Rat Army is in full effect, live and direct and in full effect. They're definitely coming on, but I just think coming on is just like, and I can do like the live streams because like when you're just doing like the pre-recorded stuff, like it'll be harder and all of that, even when I get like the, you know, the software and all of that. But I think just clicking live and just going at it, I think I'm at a point now where I can pretty much do that whenever I like, innit? So, yeah,
well, there you go.
Bigger teams are guaning, bro. Bigger teams are guaning, best believe.
There you go. Big up, bro, for jumping on. I'll definitely speak to you soon, bro. Love.
Yeah, 100% Northside.
Love, man.
Oh, no, just go very quickly. Before I go, Instagram, I don't have Snapchat, I don't have Twitter. Instagram, that's the official. It's there. That's me. I'll be posting some shit later on, but yeah, and then the YouTube will just be Natstar. Yeah, and wait and see. Big things will be happening, like I said. So yeah, again, thanks again, Northside. Appreciate it, bro. And yeah, we'll definitely catch up soon.
Nah, no worries, man. Love, bro. Love.
Yeah, love.
There you go. Listen, people, it is what it is. Listen, get the 3 points. We move. We're top of the group. Obviously, a group that has, is it Bodo? I think you pronounce it. PSV and obviously Zurich that we obviously beat. I think against PSV, we're gonna have a hard time. They're a proper team, and I think it's gonna be rocky. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be rocky against PSV, especially from what we've seen today, going up against Zurich. Yeah, it's going to be mad. But listen, people, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification. If you didn't like the video, make sure you hit a dislike. If you haven't seen any of the other videos, listen, go ahead. Go watch some of the other content. It's up to you. But yeah, we're out here. Listen, it is what it is, man. It wasn't pretty, but we won. And I guess the 3 points is the most important thing. But there's a lot of reason for concern. But it's like that. Listen, Arteta's going to get fired this year, and it is what it is. Listen, we ain't making top 4, and it just is what it is. And on that bombshell, I'm out, caramba. You already know. Vamos,